Hey guys, this is Chris from ADE. Today I'm going to be showing you the SureFire Shot Timer. This is an application for the Apple iPhone. As you can see, it's made by SureFire, the maker of the flashlights that we all use in our classes. On the opening page, there's a couple of settings. There's an adjust sensitivity setting, which will adjust the sensitivity of the shot timer to the shots that you fire. On this one, you can move it with a flick of the finger, just using the Apple interface. It's really nice and sensitive to that. The sensitivity goes from 0 to 100%. The shot timer really isn't that sensitive to sound, so I would suggest just keeping it at 100%. Hide the sensitivity. The other button is the start button. This is the button that starts the shot timer, records your shots. We'll hit it right there. You can hear that kind of annoying gurgling beep, and it records any of the shots that you fire, just like a regular shot timer. So we're going to actually test the sensitivity by banging on the desk here. Hold on to the iPod. Okay, that was 15 shots or slaps, and you can see it records all of the different shots that were fired, or slaps in this case. Numbers them from 1 to 10 on the screen, but if you scroll up with a flick of your finger, you can see all 15 of them. It records also the elapsed time of the shots and the split time, so the difference between the shot and the last shot. So just hit stop. We'll stop that. And you can see here there's a little tab here to email the results. On the settings tab here down at the bottom, if you hit that, there's a slot here where you can put in an email address, and you can actually email all of those results to yourself wirelessly over the cellular network using your data package. The settings also have the typical settings for any shot timer. There's the start delay, which goes from off, which is instant, all the way up to 10 seconds, which is a fairly long time. You're not going to really want to go any longer than that. Put it back to instant. There's also the par time, which is off right now. You can set that, and you can use the typical dials on an Apple iPhone, which go from 0 all the way up to 9.9 here in 1/10 intervals. So we'll save that, and you can see it's set for 9.9 seconds there. We'll set that back to 0 just for fun, because I don't want to have it at 9.9. We already went through the email address. There's a random start delay here, which is just a toggle switch. It will vary the time based on the start delay that you set above. There's a sensitivity detection, which goes back to that initial sensitivity setting on the opening screen. This will actually detect the shots that you take after you turn the toggle on, and it will adjust the setting properly for the sound of the shots that you fire. It doesn't really work that well. I would recommend just setting your sensitivity to 100 so it detects any shot that is fired. It will detect shots of the people on the bay next to you, but if you're taking a class or you're using it as an instructor, it's really just useful to have it at 100% to record any shot that's fired. Turn that off. And then there's the focus setting, which is an adjustment to the sensitivity setting, and it goes from 91% up to 99%. Really, this doesn't have that much effect on the ability of the shot timer to record the settings or record the shots. I would just recommend setting it to the focus to 91% and leaving it there. If you can mess around with it to get your shots more sensitive to the shots that you're firing, then that's fine. In practice, you're just going to want to record everything that happens. And lastly, there's the debug setting here. You can toggle that on and off. This is just for developers so that they can adjust things on the shot timer. And that's the settings tab. Last, or second to last, is the info tab. And it's just basically an information tab. Tells you about SureFire, gives you their web address, allows you to actually find a SureFire dealer if you click on this text here, or the shot timer technical support will allow you to email questions or issues with the shot timer to the technical support team who supports this application. And last is the help tab, which is a help tab. Lets you figure out how this thing works. Go back to the shot timer, and that's pretty much it. So this is the SureFire Shot Timer for the Apple iPhone, and I'm Chris from ADE.